Now, local area network. This type of network is spread within a small geographical area. This is also for the small geographical area, like a room, office, building, or a campus. Means in a room, office, building, or a campus. Okay, all the computers in the LAN are connected through cables or wireless links for communication. So here the computers are connected through cables, okay, or it is connected through the wireless links also. The number of computer in LAN can vary from 2 to several hundred computers. Means here the number of computer will be in the range between 2 to several hundred computers. Okay, means it is for the small geographical area, more area than that of the PAN, that is personal area network. Okay, due to the small geographical area covered by LAN, the communication speed is faster. The smaller the area, the faster will be the speed of the communication. Generally, it spreads in the area of 0 to 10 kilometers. The range is 0 to 10 kilometers. The cost involved in setting up the LAN is low as compared to the larger networks. For the larger geographical area, the cost required is high, whereas for the smaller geographical area, the cost required is low. So for the LAN, the cost of setting up LAN is low. So here is the diagram of the LAN, that is a large local area network. Several computers are connected with each other in a small geographical area. Now, metropolitan area network. In this type of network, the geographical area is large. It is in the range of 10 to 50 kilometers. The communication medium used to connect the computer in MAN is similar to that of LAN. So, MAN is for large geographical area. And the cost involved in setting up MAN is higher than LAN because it covers a large geographical area, so the cost is also high. Now WAN, that is wide area network. This type of network covers a very large geographical area. It covers more area as compared to other type of network like MAN, LAN. Across the country or continent, wide area network is a network across the country or continent. It is established by large organization having offices spread across the world. WAN is connected through telephone lines, satellites, and wireless mediums. WAN is connected through telephone lines, satellite, and wireless medium. Okay, so the communication is through the telephone lines, satellites, and wireless medium. So the cost involved is very high in this type of network. That is, data transfer rate is also slower because of the large geographical area as compared to other type of network. Example of WAN is railway reservation system, airline reservation system. This type of system are using WAN type of network, that is wide area network. Now the internet and intranet. What is the difference between internet and intranet? Internet is accessible to every user all over the world. Means here anyone can use internet. Every computer is in internet is identified by a unique IP address, like your home is having address. Similarly, if your computer is in network, then that computer is also having address, and that address is known as IP address. And IP address is a unique set of numbers. Each computer is given a unique IP address, which is a set of numbers. For example, this 110.22.33.114 is example of one IP address. It identifies a computer's location. Now, what is intranet? Unlike internet, intranet is not accessible to all. It is a private network and it is contained within an organization. It is for the organization only, not for the public, whereas internet is for the whole public, but intranet is for the organization only. Computers in internet are not available to the world outside the intranet. Each organization has their own intranet network, and employees of that company can access the computer. Only the employees of that company can access the computers in their intranet. Now the networking devices, there are some networking devices used in network. So the first networking device is network interface card, also known as LAN card. Ethernet card is the most important component, and it allows to computer to participate in the network. Means you can connect to the network only with the help of this network interface card. The information which you will send or receive is transmitted through this network interface card only. Now hub. What is hub? Hub is a hardware device. It manages the flow of data. With the help of the hub, you can connect. We can connect different number of computers. Means multiple number of computers we can connect with the help of the hub. So now the switch. Switch is same as like hub. It is also a central hardware device. It also manages the flow of information among the computer. You can also connect multiple computer with the help of the switch, and is considered as advanced than hub. Now the router, this network device is used to route the data across the different parts of the network when the computers are connected in wide area network. So router is used to send the data in the different direction. Okay, from one direction it can send the data in the multiple direction, and with the help of the router, multiple computer or devices can be connected in the network. Now the connector. What are connectors? Connectors is used to join two computers or networks through a wired medium. Connector are nothing but to join the two computers or more through the network through a wired medium. RJ45 is an 8-wire connector used to connect LANs. In LAN, that is large area network, RJ45 connector is used to connect the computers. Now the transmission media. Transmission media means what? The communication channel through which information flows. So what are the transmission media used in the network? First one is coaxial cable. Coaxial cable has 4 layers, and the solid copper wire runs in the middle. In the middle of this wire, a solid copper wire is there. But this type of cable is hardly used these days. Nowadays we are using twisted pair cables. Twisted pair cables consist of 4 pair of insulated copper wire twisted together. Because of this twist, it reduces the electromagnetic interference. So there will be no interference, means it will reduce the twisting of the cable reduces the electromagnetic interference so that the information can flow easily through the cable. The optical fiber cable are made up of plastic or glass fiber. This is a very fast way of sending the information. Through this, information flow in a very fast rate. The signal in the cables are carried in the form of light, and the speed of light is very high, so the information will also flow fast. Now the Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a short range wireless communication technology. Bluetooth is a very short range communication technology, and it is wireless, and it uses radio waves to exchange the data signals. This is mainly used to connect mobile devices, phone, laptop in a personal area network. Bluetooth is used in a personal area network for very short range communication, and it is wireless. So with the help of Bluetooth, you can connect computer to the mobile, you can connect headphone to the computer, mic to the computer, camera to the computer. So it is used in a personal area network. Now infrared. This is also a short range. This infrared technology uses infrared light to send data from one device to another. Example of infrared is TV remote. The disadvantage of infrared is that signals cannot pass through the obstacles. Meaning, if some obstacles are there in between the computer, in between the TV and the remote, then the signal cannot be sent due to that obstacle. The devices must be aligned with each other for the communication. Now the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a way of connecting a computer network using radio wave. Wi-Fi uses radio waves to connect the computer instead of wires. So in place of wire, radio waves are used to connect the computers in case of Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a low power wireless communication used by many electronic devices such as laptop, smartphone. So laptop, smartphone uses Wi-Fi technology. Wi-Fi setup, a wireless router serves as a communication hub. So for the Wi-Fi network, a hub is there, that is communication hub is there, that is wireless router. It connects other devices in the network. And Wi-Fi network are usually secured with password for security purpose so that only authorized person can access the internet through Wi-Fi. Now the network topology. Network topology is the way of connecting different computer in a network. It refers to the way in which nodes of a network are linked together. Network topology is nothing but the way of connecting the computer. Means in which shape you are connecting the computer, or in which way you are connecting the computer with each other. So basic three topologies are there. First one is star, second one is ring topology, third one is bus topology. The name is star topology. As you can see, it is of the shape of a star in the diagram. All the computers are connected with this central system, and what is the work of the central system? It forwards the data towards the destination. This central system is known as node, and what is the work of this node? It forwards the data to the destination computers which is connected to the node. Some advantages of a star topology is that it is cost effective, and if any local computer fails, the network is unaffected. If suppose this computer fails, then others will work. Okay, it will not affect others network. Disadvantage of star topology is that the system, if the central switch, that is the central system, if the central system fails, then the entire network will go down. So this is the disadvantage. If this central system will fail, then the entire network will goes down. Now the ring topology. In a ring topology, all the nodes are connected in a closed loop. As you can see, all the nodes are connected in a closed loop. Each device is connected to the other, to on either side. Means this device is connected to this device and this device. Means from either side they are connected to each other. Data travels only in one direction in a ring. Here the data will travel only in one direction. Each computer passes data to the next one. This is the central system, and these are the nodes. Not this is not the node. These this computer systems are the nodes in this structure. Similarly, these 4 computers are the nodes. Here, these 5 computers are the nodes, and this is the central system. Here, no central system is there. Here, the computers are connected on either side with each other, and each computer passes the data to the next one in the ring topology. Advantage of ring topology is more reliable, and disadvantage is the ring network requires more complicated control software. Complicated softwares are required in ring topology, and failure of one node result in the failure of the entire network. And if one node will fail, then the entire network will fail. So this is the disadvantage. Whereas in the star topology, if one node will fail, then other will be unaffected. In the ring topology, if one node will fail, then the entire network will fail. Now the bus topology. In a bus topology, all the nodes are connected to the central cable called bus. Here you can see there is one central cable, and this central cable is known as the bus. So transmission from any node travels the length of the bus in both the direction and can be received by all other nodes. So if suppose this computer sends any data, so it will travel through this bus in either directions. It will flow in both the directions, and it can be received by any computer connected in the bus. Here you can see the printer is also connected with this bus. So if this computer sends a signal to take out the print, then this printer will take out the print. Similarly, if other computer also send the signal for printing out, then this printer will take out the print. Advantage of bus topology is it is easy to set up, and failure of one node does not affect the network. If suppose this node will fail, then it will not affect the other network. Other will work as it is. Disadvantage is a signal on the bus must be strong enough to reach the receiver. Since the data have to travel the long distance, so the signal must be strong. For longer distances, signal must be strong. So this is the one of the disadvantage of it. Now the last topic is protocol. Protocol defines rule for communication between network devices. What is protocol? Protocol is the rule for communication between network devices. There are some rules for communication between the network devices, and that rules are known as protocol. TCP/IP is a protocol used as a standard for transmitting data. So the standard protocol is TCP/IP. What is TCP stands for? Transmission Control Protocol, and IP stands for Internet Protocol. So these two protocols send data from one computer to another on the internet. And when we receive data, the message gets divided into the form of packets. And in this packet, both the sender address and the receiver address are there. So the TCP/IP picks and delivers these packets. So what is the work of TCP/IP? To pick up the message and deliver it to the destination. HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol is another protocol, defines the set of rules for transferring files. So for transferring of files like text file, graphic file, image file, sound file, video file, there is a protocol called HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol on the World Wide Web. So it defines the set of rules for transferring this type of files, multimedia files. So that's all for this chapter.